The story of Dilmah tea begins in the 1950s with the vision of a tea grower who saw unfairness in the colonial economic system in which his beloved Ceylon tea was captive. Merrill J. Fernando wanted to offer his tea to the world direct, in its purest, freshest, and finest form. He refused to allow blenders and packers overseas to compromise his passion in producing the world's finest tea or to take earnings that rightfully belonged to his country. His story charts a lone battle against colonial interests and continues with the transformational impact of the brand that he eventually built and which significantly influenced the Ceylon tea industry and eventually tea around the world. The young tea taster who dared challenge a colonial economic system encountered inconceivable opposition to his vision. His intention was simple: better, fresher tea for tea drinkers and a fairer deal for workers in the industry. He wanted to offer tea direct to his customers. Tea that is grown, hand-picked, made in the traditional artisanal manner and packed and branded garden fresh at source. Fresh tea is richer in aroma, fragrance, and natural antioxidants. And Merrill J. Fernando's commitment to single origin added authenticity and the luxury of terroir, or the sense of place with which nature blesses fine tea. His wish would undoubtedly benefit tea drinkers, but it was the 1950s, and that wish was considered heresy at the time. Ceylon tea was monopolized by foreign, multinational corporations, and tea growers had little influence over the fate of their product or the price they received. The tea maker yearned to share the indulgent pleasure, natural goodness, and serenity in a cup of fine tea. In 1950, amongst the first Ceylonese to be permitted to learn the art of tea tasting, he devoted his life to this noble vision and achieved it nearly 4 decades later. In 1988, Dilmah Pure Ceylon Tea, packed garden fresh and unblended, was launched in Australia, then New Zealand, and today, 26 years later, is appreciated in over 100 countries. It was the first time in decades that the world had a taste of fine Ceylon tea. The early popularity of tea was because of its quality, and as the once great tea companies were acquired by transnational corporations, their alignment changed. Quality was sacrificed for profit by the few corporations which controlled the global tea trade. The Dilmah founder remained alone in his emphasis on quality, tradition, and authenticity in tea. The parallel to Merrill J. Fernando's vision for quality in tea is his uncompromising belief in caring and sharing. Founded on simple family values, his desire for quality was matched only by his wish to share the success of his efforts with the underprivileged. As the tea maker's impossible dream was blessed with the success it deserved, workers in Sri Lanka's exploited tea industry, their families, and the poor in the wider community benefited. Now joined in his mission by his sons Dilhan and Malik, from whose names he coined the name Dilmah, the dedicated founder established the MJF Charitable Foundation to fulfill his wish to make Dilmah a business that is also a matter of human service. The MJF Foundation implements over 100 projects each year, benefiting tens of thousands of marginalized people through the notion of dignified empowerment. Its educational, entrepreneurship development, and medical programs aimed at enabling the disabled are funded by earnings from the sale of Dilmah tea, and recognized as groundbreaking initiatives. Merrill's significant business-worthy contribution was rewarded with the Oslo Business for Peace Award for promoting socially responsible and ethical business practice in an outstanding way and standing out as examples to the world. What makes Merrill J. Fernando's story so very compelling is his achievement in honoring tradition and the integrity of tea whilst sharing the success that followed in a very sincere and definite way. The philosophy of making business a matter of human service is unquestionably a paradigm shift, redefining business in a more sustainable form with values of humanity as fundamental to its purpose as successful commerce. Dilmah conservation extended the importance of the Dilmah philosophy in recognizing the interrelationship of human welfare and our environment. Its direct intervention in habitat restoration, species conservation, environmental education, biodiversity, and sustainable agriculture are complemented by Dilmah's commitment to being carbon neutral and diverting at least $1 million each year to fulfill a commitment to the environment. The Dilmah story has transformed a great industry with a sincere and tangible commitment to protecting and developing Ceylon's tea industry to benefit future generations of workers and tea drinkers equally. The vision that underpins Merrill J. Fernando's mission disrupted the accepted and unfair structure of trade and heralded the first producer-owned and genuinely ethical tea brand. That vision, combined with the dedicated founder's relentlessness in directly opposing gross commoditization, the accepted norm, and rather pursuing quality, freshness, and authenticity whilst always respecting tradition. The outcome today is a tea without equal, hand-picked, perfected, and packed fresh at source. Dilmah is quality. The pioneering Dilmah School of Tea trains thousands of professionals around the world in understanding tea and offering the perfect cup of tea to their guests. Dilmah's union with chefs around the world has taken tea beyond the cup to a luxurious association with fine food. A similar union with mixologists and sommeliers has seen that same evolution of tea as an ingredient and pairing in drinks. Dilmah seasonal flush teas present the luxurious indulgence of the rare seasonal phenomenon to tea aficionados around the world. An uncompromising commitment to quality, to sharing knowledge in tea, to inspiring passion, genuine innovation in tea gastronomy, mixology, and the experience of tea in every sense. Combined with ethics at the heart of a family business and a commitment to sharing the pleasure in the beautiful, natural healing herb tea, make Dilmah a very special tea.
Do try it.